Many of you will have seen toolkits like this advertised online. It's normally a 300, 400 piece toolkit for £90, £100. Either way, it's ridiculously cheap for quite a lot of tools. It's great starting place when you've got nothing at all, but the tools are pretty terrible, which you can imagine for that kind of price. But there's one benefit, is that everything's organised and has a place in the one box, and this can be wheeled around like a suitcase. So because you can wheel it around and have everything in one place, what I've done is replaced all of the tools. So I'm using the same system and kept the plastic, I call them leaves, but trays, whatever you want to call them, and picked up some foam and cut out my own custom tool inserts and put them in there, so that I've replaced all the tools with much better ones while still maintaining the portability of this. Unfortunately, I've lent this toolkit out, so the handle's been pulled off, all of these are snapped, and the ears are bent, and the foam's falling out, and it's time to replace it. I think I quite liked using this toolkit as it is, but unfortunately it's a real pain when you need to get a screwdriver out, which is on the bottom, and when you're trying to use the wrenches, they sit in a leaf that holds up here, so you have to unfold this and pull that out. So I decided to go with the more traditional drawer toolbox. So this is only about £45, but it's metal and it's got drawers and it's got plenty of space. So I'm going to be doing the same thing and moving all this into there. So what I've used is this shadow foam. Great stuff, and I had this all cut to measure, cut to specification. So I went online and gave them the size of this, and then I could just trim it up to make it fit in here. So I'm going to be recycling a lot of this as much as I can, considering I've already done the work, and the foam is actually fine. It's all the plastic and the actual toolbox itself which has had it now. So I can just cut out here and reassemble it there. First one done. You can see I've not cut this all that well. This shadow foam stuff is advertised as easy cut, and for the most part it really is, but I could probably do with a fresh blade. I noticed that if the blade's even slightly dull, you have to start hacksawing at it, and then you get all these rough lines. But you see in here, this was all done with a fresh small scalpel, and that came out really nice. So in order to cut this foam in the desired pattern, you just take a tool that you need, and I would try and lay it as flat as possible, and then you just push down slightly into it, and then cut with a very sharp blade into quite a steep angle, and then when you take it out, you'll have the outline of it, and then you can just start to slice away and then go as deep as you need it to. But for stuff like these, it's fairly straightforward. You see how that cut really nicely, because it's a very simple shape. Push in, cut down, cut at roughly a 45-degree angle, and then you can also cut vertical and then just peel it out from underneath, and it works really well. So I'm quite happy with how this came out. I started using a new blade, and you can see the difference in cut. See, it's so much nicer. So that's the first leaf taken out, and all I've done is cut out the existing moulds and put them in there. You see there's still plenty of room that I could utilise, so if I want to go back, like I could cut these spark plug sockets and mount them this way and condense them in. So there's still plenty of room to work with, so I'm going to go through each leaf and drawer and try and separate them, and then see how I'm doing for space, and then I can always go back and redo them. And if I want to recut any entire leaves on their own, I've got plenty of foam left over to do that. that's this old box empty. As you can see, the last leaf still had the inner plastic moulding, so there was a lot of screwdrivers and bits in this, which are from the old toolkit, so they're obviously not very good. So I was planning to replace these anyway, which is why I didn't cut this last one out. Once I get a new set of screwdrivers, a decent set, then I'll make a foam insert for them. For the meantime, they can just sit on top. I still had the plastic from when I bought this, so I just replaced that, which has organised it all nicely for me anyway, and it's all numbered as well, which the foam didn't. So it is pretty heavy, but it's workable. But what I might do is salvage the wheels of this, because this is one of the key things that I liked about using this box and just replacing the tools rather than just getting an entire new set. Or maybe I'll put some casters on the bottom. So I'm just going to use this as it is for the time being, see how I get on, see what I want in here, and see what I want to put in any other toolboxes or anything that needs replacing. Then I can make the final decision on how I want the foam to be cut out or organised.